right? I'm at the Jersey Shore. I see 30 objects in the sky right now. Where'd you go? Right? Okay, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron. I'm in Monmouth County. I'm actually down by the Jersey Shore today. Supposedly, this is where all the drone sightings, this is the big hot spot for all the drone sightings, the mysterious drones in New Jersey. So I figured I would take a road trip and come on down here with my, let me show you what I got here. That is the Canon 100 to 400 millimeter lens. Let me just put that there. It's going to be dark here in a little bit, so I figured I'd get down here. It's just about sunset now. Got some nice little footage. I'll show you a demo of what that lens can do by shooting this pier behind me, right? This big pier behind me. This is with the GoPro I'm filming, but you're going to see what it looks like on this 100 to 400. And that's why I'm down here. I got a really good camera. This is a really expensive lens. Can run anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000. Borrowed it from my wife because I don't usually use this type of lens. Trying to set everything up while it's still daylight out and I can see what I'm doing. I may do some still photos because I think the image quality will be a higher bit rate, some still photos, but I'll try to get some video as well. When I was coming down here, walking down to the beach, right, just walking down, I did see 2 helicopters go by. Couldn't make out what kind of helicopters they were. Might have been military, I'm not sure. Saw another plane go by a few minutes ago. Pretty quiet down here. Saw one guy walking his dog, but that's about it. So nice, quiet, secluded spot that I'm set up in. And we're here to get some drone footage, right? These mysterious drones flying around New Jersey. We're going to get those, or we're going to try to get those. And I'm going to just film, and whatever we get, we get. If you watched any of my other videos, I'll put something up here. Check that out. Some of those videos are getting a ton of views, which I appreciate. Thank you. Regardless of the outcome, I went out of my way to come down here. Please like, subscribe. I appreciate it. It's really helping the channel grow as well. Drone footage is what I do. I'm an FAA Part 107 drone pilot, meaning I have a Part 107 pilot license to fly drones legally and monetize my videos, right? So got all the proper certifications to be making videos like that. Not only that, I'm in New Jersey. I live in Somerset County. I'm in Monmouth County right now. And I'll probably put the map up, the heat map up here from Monmouth County Sheriff Department, where you can see this is where I'm at, is a hot zone for what people are reporting, right? Now, like I said, I'm coming down here before it gets dark, so it's no surprise what I'm dealing with. And I'm seeing air traffic. So I'll quickly mention before we get too far into this, and you'll see me do it in this video. On my iPhone, I'm going to be using 2 apps. I'm going to use FlightRadar24, free, and Drone Scanner and FlightRadar24. These are 2 apps that I strongly recommend that you download to your phones if you're trying to do what I'm doing and you're not sure what you're seeing. There's another plane over there. And you're not sure what you're seeing in the night sky. I think a lot of false reporting going on. So as I spot different aircraft tonight, I'm going to pull up these apps and I'm going to see if they're legit, registered, legal flights, and anything that doesn't register on either one of these apps, I'll make a note of it. We'll upload the video and we'll see what we got. Like I said, it's a 100 to 400 millimeter lens. Very, very good lens. There's a plane over here in the sky. Let's just get some, let's get our bearings, and let me just shoot that with this and you can get an idea of what we're dealing with. It's moving slow, so it is going to take me some time to set this stuff up. So let me do that. Let me move the camera here. There it is. Let me get a little ahead of it. Let me try to focus here. So there it is. Again, let me get a little ahead of it. Focus a little bit. All right. And just get an idea how far out that is. If I zoom out, I mean, that's pretty far, right? Let me zoom back in again. It's out of my view. There it is. Like I said, I want to get a little bit ahead of it. And the focus is hard. I'm going to switch over to my camera. Try to get a still shot and focus as well. Keep moving. So these, I said with drones, it might be a little easier because the drones are going to be with drones, it's going to be a little easier. Let me go back to video there so I have that for later. Turn that off. So I'm all set up. I'm ready to go. But just to give you a perspective, you know, again, that plane's way, it's a couple miles out. And it's hard to get your bearings. We got a full moon behind us. I don't know if you're going to see that. It's going to be real hard to get your bearings at night when you see aircraft like that. Something I'll point out is, you know, standard aircraft, you've got a red light, red LED on one wing, a green LED typically on another wing, and then white on the tail or underneath of your planes. Offhand, I forget which is which, but it's standard as far as pilot side. I think pilot side is red, passenger side is green, the rear and underside are usually white. Now with drones, they can be just about any color, right? So just something to keep in mind. Let me put that down there, right? So Canon 100 to 400, very expensive lens. Very clear out tonight. I don't see any clouds. We should have some really good, get some really good footage. And with that being said, I'm going to sit here all by my lonesome for the next half hour or so until it gets dark, and we'll try this again. So I will see you in 3, 2. Okay, we're back. It's getting darker out. Not completely black out yet, but dark enough where everyone's got their lights on at this point. So what I want to do is I want to show you something real quick. Let me turn my screen recording on for this phone. And I'm going to go to the app I was talking about earlier, which is FlightRadar24. I'm going to pull that up. There's my glasses at. And there's a lot of air traffic around. You can even hear a plane over in the distance there. And we're unable, it says loading, please wait. Now, I do see a light over there in the sky, right? I have no idea what that is. It's blinking, but it's way over in the distance there, right? If I zoom in and zoom out, and it looks like a light coming right at me, right? So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, change the radius. So there's a helicopter over here, and there's a plane to the left of that. And if I open up that one for information, it's telling me that it's, sorry, I got my back to you. It's telling me that it's information not available. Let me see. N551HU, Hackensack Meridian, Health and Medical. It's a medical, helicopter, right? Got flights coming in. We're not too far from Newark, New York, and a bunch of other places, right? So you've got all kinds of air traffic, not to mention, again, you will have legal drones up in the air. So let's go back to, let me close that out and go back to the main screen. And I mentioned this before. You click up in the left-hand corner, there's a little AR there. I think it's augmented reality. You point your phone up in the sky. Okay, we got a plane over here. Got another one over here. I can see one over here in the distance. Might be a little far out. There it is. That's another aircraft. Oh, too far. That one is, what's that one? United Express, operating Republic Airways, RPA 3686 U3. Gives me all the information. Gives me the altitude, barometer settings, you know, ground speed, 162 KTS, whatever that is. All the information. That's just for regular flight traffic. All right, for the drone traffic, we'll switch over to the other app. And because if we're not seeing it there, we go over to the other app, pull that up. It's going to be telling me any drones around. I'm in Keensburg, right? You can see that on the map here. 0 drones, no drones, right? Nothing broadcasting a remote ID anyway. Let me turn that off. Nothing broadcasting a remote ID, meaning a remote ID is not in the drone or UAS that I may or may not be looking at. FAA regulates all the drone, I don't want to cut my mic off, all your drone traffic, you know, has to meet certain requirements, especially flying at night. You have to broadcast with a flashing light 3 nautical miles, and you have to put remote ID on it, which is recent. A lot of it's manual. It doesn't come shipped from the manufacturer that way. So if the user didn't put a remote ID module on it, or the manufacturer didn't install a remote ID at manufacturing, then it won't show up there either. It doesn't have remote ID. Some things just to keep in mind. It's not black and white. Let me check back in a few more minutes. It's definitely getting darker. I got a light over here lighting me, so hopefully you guys can see me okay. And again, I got the 1 to 400 millimeter. Nice and quiet out here, relaxed. I'm not in any rush, but I know you guys get bored quickly, so I'll be back again in a few more minutes. Definitely getting dark enough that, like I said, I'm seeing different, you know, things lit up in the sky. All right, the helicopter coming at me had a light on the front of it. So, you know, it looked like it was stationary, but it's moving in my direction. So I'll keep you posted. We'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, still filming with the GoPro and the Canon over here. What the GoPro looks like is pretty much what I'm seeing outside right now. It is pretty dark out. On the horizon, it's a little brighter, but over behind me, it's pretty dark. And yeah, so I just want to give you that. I've been watching, what I want to mention is I've been watching some of the, you know, flights coming in and out, again, using the FlightRadar24. And on the Canon camera with this 1 to 400 millimeter, everything is showing much, much brighter than what it is out here. So I'm just letting you know what I'm seeing with my naked eye is much brighter on the camera itself. So I don't know if I should just leave this running. I don't know what's best, because every time I turn everything off, I got to sync it back up again and make sure everything's jiving. Right now I can see a plane way over here. I see a flashing, a blue light, red light, white light, and some other stuff. I got another plane over here. I got another one over here. And again, you know, if I get anything unusual, again, I'm a Part 107 pilot. I know what drones look like. I know what aircraft look like. And this is a busy area down here. Let me turn this light on. Is that better? There you go. This is a busy area down here. There's a lot of air traffic down here. So when people are reporting stuff, throwing it up on the news and the media, you know, let's use our heads. All right. I don't know if I'm going to keep opening. I guess it's useful. I'll do it again. Let me do my screen recording. Don't mind how I look. It's pretty cold out here. It's like 32 degrees. Chilly. Beautiful night though. Perfectly clear skies. Perfect night to do this. So again, I'm going to open up FlightRadar. I see something, and it's harder for me to see when the light's on over here, but I know it's easier. Whoops, it's easier for you guys to see. I see a white light. Looks like it's coming at me from that direction. I pull up my FlightRadar. It's right in front of me. Oh, there it is. It is a, what is it? It's a Air Canada Express from Toronto to EWR, New York, which is Newark Airport. Gives me the flight information, barometer altitude, 2,500 feet, ground speed, 172 knots. You know, nothing unusual. With the naked eye, let me turn this off again. I don't want to waste my battery on my phone. And my wife's checking in on me. Sorry. You know, as a man, I don't really have a problem being down here on the beach alone. I wouldn't recommend it if you're obviously a woman, you know, but got to get the story and got to get the word out, right? Sky's still looking crazy over that way. Still nice reds and oranges. Let me turn this off. It's blinding me. I know it's a double-edged sword, because when I turn that on, I'm blinded and I can't see the night sky. So maybe it's better I just let you see my silhouette and know that I'm here. But over there you can see where I'm pointing. Nice coloring tonight, right? Very hard for my eyes to adjust to the night sky if I keep turning that on. So maybe I'll leave that off and you're just going to get the silhouette. But I hope I finally saw, after a week of reporting by all the major news outlets, CNN, I think it was, finally posted something about people using FlightRadar24, right? I hope more and more people hear and get the word out. Start using that app, right? Start using it, because it's going to avoid a lot of confusion. And let me say it again. I'm not saying that everybody isn't seeing something. Maybe, you know, maybe there are. The other thing is, there are what are called vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, VTOL, an electronic vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. I did this in a previous video, that are manned. But again, if that's the case, they're FAA regulated in our airspace, and they should be broadcasting some sort of either remote ID or ADS-B transponder information, just like any aircraft. If they're not doing that, did see a recent interview. They're saying that the police department saying that they're not putting off any heat information. They're not seeing any heat signature on these things. I don't know if that's true or not. There was also what was it? I did a little bit of a video on this. There was a congressperson that had met with the state police, had met with the colonel, the head guy, the head cheese of the New Jersey State Police. Said they had a helicopter in had a drone in their sight with one of the helicopters. They were over top of it. It was over 6 foot tall. And, you know, they let it go away. I actually reached out. I'm waiting to hear back. I want to see that footage. I want to see, it's a state police helicopter. You don't tell me they don't have infrared or security cameras on there. I want to see that footage. So I might cut some of this out. Sorry if I'm rambling. I'm just waiting to see something. I'm hoping I see something. I'm hoping I see something I can't explain. But at least I'll give you some tools that you can use to eliminate what it is not, right? And the goal here is just to try to educate people a little bit, right? I don't expect anybody else. I'm in a good position, right? I live in New Jersey, not too far from the beach. I'm in a good position to come down here. I have some good camera equipment. Why not make use of it, right? Try to help everybody else and kind of squash some of the, you know, mass hysteria I think's going on. All right, we're just waiting. I hate to turn everything off and on all the time, but see, on this camera, this is crystal clear. This is probably a little noisy, the image, but it doesn't look, let me turn this off. It looks a lot brighter on that because I have it set to auto just to make sure I capture the best image I can for you guys. So I'm gonna, like I said, try to get video, try to get photo. Full moon tonight too. Nothing. All right, let me, there's another plane over there. Red, blue, white, nothing unusual about that guy. So we got planes, we got helicopters. We might have vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, right? What else we got? We got fixed wing aircraft, which are like drones, but they're also, you know, what people fly legally. And you got your drones. So you got a lot of, and the drones come in all shapes and sizes. So You know, just because it doesn't look like your traditional, you guys are probably familiar with a DJI Mavic Air, that's probably or an Inspire or something, just because it doesn't look like a traditional drone. There's so many different manufacturers out there, people flying different things. And I mentioned this in another video. Around the holidays, people like to put lights, extra lights, and extra this and extra that. It's all customizable on their drones, if that's what it is. So just because it doesn't look like a standard drone with the right lighting, people dress those things up, as I mentioned in my previous video, like Santa Claus, like reindeer, right? They want to see Santa dancing through the sky. That's not uncommon either. So completely dark out here at this point. Let me turn the GoPro off and we'll come back. All right, we're still down here. It's been a while. It is, let me see what time it is. Yeah, it's around 5:30, 6 o'clock. All right, so it's completely dark out here at this point. I got a light on me and I've seen a couple different things as far as no UFOs, no unidentified objects at this point, but I did see quite a few things. When I turn off the lights, I realized, you know, let me just share something with you. When I turn off the lights and I take out my cell phone, and I might have to wait a few minutes. I might have to wait a few minutes for another plane to go by, and that light makes it tough because it's harder to spot things in the air at night. Let me turn this off for a minute. I apologize that it's dark, but maybe I can just move this a little bit that way. Can you guys still see me? All right, you can still see me. Just want to block that because it's hard for me to then see things in the night sky. What I did notice on a couple occasions, depending on, again, the distance of the aircraft, and I wanted to do this while I was recording, right? Let me try to find one. Here we go. Here's something up here, right? Let me take some images with my cell phone, right? I'm going to try to make a point. Let me take some video with my cell phone. Okay, we got something up there in the air. I see it. On my camera, it looks weird. It looks very weird. I know it's a plane. I know for sure it's a plane, right? But when I look at it on my camera, my iPhone, I don't think it looks the same as this is what people, I think, are posting on YouTube, right? Not everything. All right, so let me jump over to, sorry, I gotta like start doing screen recording so I could share all this with you. Let me jump on FlightRadar24. The aircraft is over here, right? There it is. Comes up. And that is Fort Myers, RSW to LaGuardia, New York, arriving in a couple of minutes, right? It departed 2 o'clock. It's arriving in the next 6 minutes. Boeing 737, 7,100 feet, right? Okay, let me turn that off. And this makes it easier for me to sync up everything later in post, so I got to make a note for myself. And I wanted to do this with you guys so you could see this as well. What it looks like on my iPhone, what it looks like to the naked eye, what it looks like through that camera, apples and oranges. I'm seeing things on my iPhone that I don't think look anything like what I'm seeing with my naked eye. And yeah, I don't have perfect vision, I don't think, but it's pretty good. I can tell, you know, with the strobing lights, you know, it's another plane over there. But if I were to shoot that with, okay, here we go. Let me do this one, right? I got to turn this light because, man, this is killing me. Makes it really hard for me. There's a plane coming. Sorry I got my back to you. I am going to video record this because it looks weird. It does look a little weird, right? Let's see if I can find it in the sky. There it is. Is that going to start coming in the frame? There it is. Got to go up a little more. Where'd she go? Now you're over there. There you are. Got to really tilt the angle of the camera up. So it's way up there. Sorry, it's moving pretty quick. Which is also a giveaway that it's a plane, right? Just recording, and what it looks like on this video display, I think looks much different on the, to me, my naked eye. Let me set, I'm trying to, my hands are getting cold. All the stuff that I'm recording so far, I can quickly ascertain what it is. But with that being said, I think you can see between my GoPro, my iPhone, a camera with a 1 to 400 millimeter zoom, lens on it, everything is going to look different, and it's going to also look slightly distorted at night. And judging distance, speed, so I'm not seeing it. There's a lot of air traffic. Here comes another one. I mean, I could sit here and, make some BS video for you guys and hype it all up. Oh, look, hey, oh, wow, I don't believe it. It's 50 drones. I see 50 drones coming in off the water. Holy crap. You guys aren't going to believe this. There's 30 more over here and 12 over there. This is unbelievable. And then, hype it up, because I don't have, I can say whatever I want. Who's gonna check me, right? So that's a cool one. I mean, that looks weird from my naked eye. That's a plane. I know from the air traffic coming by all night, but right now that looks totally weird to the naked eye. It almost looks like a square. It almost looks like a hex, which is a lot of what people are reporting. I could look at that. I mean, I can't tell you what other people are seeing. I can't, in this video, I hope it's not dragging out too long. I can't sit here and tell you what everyone else is seeing, because I'm not in their shoes at that spot at that time when they are. But I'm not seeing jack, man. I'm not seeing jack. But I think what I did prove out a little bit here tonight, I don't know how much longer you guys want to watch this. I mean, like I said, I could hype this up. Maybe I'll use that for the intro. Holy crap. I just saw 40 drones come in off the water. Unbelievable. Maybe that'll be my intro. It's bullshit. But we got all kinds of traffic out here. And I don't know if local police might be putting some of their own, drones up in the air right now too, to try to see what's going on. I see two things. All right, let's do it this way, right? Right now I am seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm seeing 10, 11, 12. I see about 20 or 30 things in the sky right now, right? I'm at the Jersey Shore. I see 30 objects in the sky right now. Unbelievable. If I start picking them apart, I could tell you what every single one of them is, right? Let me do this. Let me turn this guy around. There you are. Come on. It's real hard to, I mean, that looks pretty cool. Get my focus. I mean, that's out there ways now. There's another one. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, there's another one. Where you at? There you are. There you are. There you are. Gotcha. Right? I could put that up on YouTube and, you know, make up all kinds of bullshit BS. Sorry, I'm trying to not swear in my videos. But I'm seeing all kinds of stuff in the night sky. I don't know what it's going to look like when I upload it later. There's another one over here. Let me zoom out. Nice landscape though across the... focus, focus, focus. Focus. Is it focused? A little bit. What do we got? Trying to find something interesting to look at. There we go. Oh, see? Right. We got something there. Right. We got something. We got a UFO. Look at that. We got a UFO, man. Look at that. Unbelievable. We're shooting out, we're finding UFOs left and right out here. I'm zoomed all the way in. Okay, here comes one. This is like, these look pretty cool when they're closer to the naked eye. It could be somewhat deceiving what it is. They keep going by, so I gotta, there it is. Right, and I gotta nail focus. But that looks, right, that can look somewhat deceiving. Where'd you go? Right? I think that could deceive you. It definitely looked a little weird when it was right overhead. All right, let's track this guy. All right, let's see. Yep, here he comes. If I pull this up, I'm going to record this time. It's for my own mental note. Flight radar, they're pretty much one right on top of the other one at this point. A lot of traffic, a lot of traffic. Is that a helicopter? There it is. There's a helicopter out there. What's that? That's B407, Bell 4070GX. You know, that's kind of cool. All right, so I've been out here for a while now, and I don't know how much of this I'm going to post. It's probably just easier just to straight upload it and let you guys decide with no cuts and no edits. And it's almost 6 o'clock. Again, I'm in Monmouth County. I'm down by the water, down by the ocean. I'll probably put a map up somewhere where you guys can see exactly where I'm at, what I'm doing. And I have yet to see anything I can't explain. I'm sorry. Part of me actually hoped that we were going to see something tonight. Part of me actually hoped that I was going to get something hovering over me, following me like everyone's reporting. It's following me. I was really hoping to see something tonight just to I don't know, for my own personal curiosity. I was kind of hoping I'd see something. You know, there's a lot of people reporting stuff that I can't explain. I don't have any answers. I'm doing my best. I'm down here at the shore shooting at night in the cold. So you better give it a like. We didn't see nothing. I'm sorry. But there isn't anything in this airspace that I can't explain. So far, I've been able to explain everything I've seen. Helicopters, planes. And even if there was a drone, even if I saw a drone in the air, it doesn't mean that it's some kind of, you know, foreign adversary or whatever it is, or it doesn't have some, you know, has some ulterior motive. I'd pull up my drone scanner app on the phone, again, Flight Radar and drone scanner, pull up Flight Radar first, drone scanner second. And even if drone scanner didn't show me a drone, that just means it doesn't have remote ID on it. Somebody didn't install remote ID, either at the manufacturer or the person didn't install it. And a lot of drones manufactured before this year, the manufacturer wasn't manufacturing with remote ID on them, so the FAA left it up to the consumer to install remote ID modules on their drones, which I can tell you, as a drone person that follows this stuff, I'd say 90% or more people do not have remote ID installed on their drones. It's not broadcasting any type of information. There's a big separate issue with what information the FAA should or shouldn't broadcast. That was a whole separate story in and of itself. So it's getting late. I'm sure my wife wants to see me home tonight at some point, and her very expensive lens. I hope you got something out of this. I don't know, I don't know if it's worth me coming down here again and trying to do this again. But I guess one of the things that you might be able to get out of this video is the mass hysteria. These things are not everywhere. They're not everywhere, right? I drove down from Somerset down to Monmouth. These are coming in off the ocean apparently. If they were so many of them coming in, and people saying, I see them all the time, I see them all the time, I live in New Jersey, I live in these counties, I work with the, all the, a lot of the first responders, people that go to my gym. I mean, I talk to these guys. I mean, there's no secrets going on here. It's just, I don't see it. I hope we get to the bottom of whatever's going on. I guess I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. I don't know how much of this I'm going to have to edit. Perfectly clear night tonight. Let me just say that again. No clouds in the sky, which, could add to some of the anomalies being seen, just cloud cover. Full moon, perfect weather. That's all I got, man. I can't do any more. Everybody have a good night. I will see you in the next video. I got to pack up in the dark. Wish me luck.